So welcome to the View from Sibos 2020. For the first time ever, the conference is being held virtually. I'm Joy McKnight, Managing Editor of The Banker, and with me is Tom Durkin, who's Global Product Head for CashPro, Global Transaction Services at Bank of America. Tom, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, Joy. It's good to see you. I'm excited to be here.
So how has the COVID-19 pandemic really impacted digital banking?
If I think back to 6 months ago in the earliest days of COVID-19, it was really a unique opportunity to really take advantage of the crisis and turn it into an advantage to push the digital transformation forward. At the time when we started in the early days of March, it was really about helping customers get set up with work from home, business contingency. And it was almost like a back to basics campaign. Did I have this access for my ability to access from home, the ability to view all my transactional activities, approve payments, and really set it up to take advantage of things that are now becoming more commonplace. So whether it's things like e-signing is now a verb relative to my expectation is to sign documents electronically because I cannot walk something down the hall to give to Joy for a signature. So there's been a lot of investments that we've made, I think, that set us up for this particular run, meaning investments over the last 2 to 3 years that position these type of innovative steps that maybe we were talking 12, 24 months ago about it being innovative, but now they're must have. And that was also an ability to be able to respond to clients in that particular need. They wanted to move to digital transition. Maybe that's how they started the year, right? But now it really accelerated. So that really created some unprecedented growth in mobile adoption, e-signature, and the overall ability to do self-service. So CashPro was at the forefront of that, and it certainly positioned us to enable clients to do more and be as efficient as they could with all the other challenges on the landscape.
And what advances have been made to improve the cross-border payment experience for financial institutions and also corporate clients?
In terms of cross-border payments and the overall experience, it's about give visibility in real time to those international payments. And through our partnership with Swift and leveraging more GPI data, we're launching a self-service tool within the CashPro assistant that brings that type of visibility. It's centered around client-driven feedback to populate the information that's relevant, whether it's as granular as the UETR that provides reference information. So it's easy to absorb, take that information, and act upon it. That has been a key driver, whether it's on the FI side in terms of our correspondent banks, whether it is our corporate clients who are pushing for more visibility, and frankly, that transparency as well that comes with the full-fledged support from an open banking standpoint of here's the visibility for all the payments end to end, here's the parties. So I think as Swift has pushed that forward, we've looked to embrace it and bring that direct benefit to all of our clients that are doing payments globally through CashPro.
And returning to the topic of the COVID-19 pandemic, how is it really redefining business as usual?
I would say through the first part of this year, there was probably more focus in regards to releases, deployments, and ability than we did through the majority of 2019. Now, I will say a number of that is attributed to how CashPro ended up supporting in the US the Paycheck Protection Program as a result of the CARES Act stimulus funding and how we would support clients asking for support in that regard. So it was a huge body of work around that in the second quarter. But it's also enabled us to take some developments from that relative to deploying it on the overall effort and redefining as we go forward. Early acceptance of electronic terms and conditions as a client becomes and starts from an onboarding standpoint, as opposed to a paper process first that we have to turn digital. We've kind of flipped that. So the initial onboarding can begin in a more digital environment and eliminate the steps to support the transition. There's a lot of focus on that. And I think that's how we want to change the defining business as usual. So how we prioritize different efforts, that's going to be one of, I think, our key tenets as we look into 2021. How are you going to choose the right things that are now accelerated as a result of COVID? Whether it's clients that are supporting in terms of their treasury office that was built around working together in working in centralized focus. Now it's fragmented, different locations. How does that still become efficient in terms of the bank interactions? And then most importantly, probably the other element that's come about for defining is the intensity and focus on security overall. Just the different elements of, in this day and age, we've talked a lot at previous Sibos about the importance of security, bank platforms, and so forth. I think that's also very top of mind for clients as the work from home environment has created more potential for security. So how you redefine working in a secure channel becomes one of the top decisioning factors for clients as well. We've definitely heard that.
Well, excellent. Thank you so much for your insights, Tom.
Excellent. Good to talk to you.